you have pets, right? You got some cats, some kittens.
I have a cat, and I'm constantly fostering little bastard kittens.
Yeah, why do you do that?
Why do I do that? Because it's a lot of work. I don't know. I have a soft heart. And as much as my cat hates it, she's like a good foster aunt. Like, she really takes care of the kittens, and she teaches them social skills. So I don't know. We're a good team, she and I. But I don't know why I do it.
Yeah, I give
them away, and my heart breaks all the time.
I know. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. So what's the news? Because you got me.
I have a dog too. But well, before we get to the part about pets, what do you know about Jeju horses?
Not a whole lot. I do teach a student that her dad is the racetrack dude, and he breeds the racehorses. And I know there's a racetrack on Jeju that's not been open because of COVID.
Have you ever been?
No, I don't. Not to cause controversy, but I am really against horse racing. So,
interesting.
Yeah, I think it's really
Oh, this is going to be Let's put a warning here, okay?
Okay.
Let's put a warning here because this may be somewhat triggering.
Okay.
But so Jeju is known for their horses, right? Like, we have these small, tiny horses that are like no more than 117 centimeters. They're the only ones that are allowed to actually run at the racetrack too.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Which is why my student's dad is okay. That makes sense.
Right.
Even more sense. Okay.
And one of the facts that I learned is that Jeju has more than 50% of all horses in Korea.
Oh.
Right. So there's 27,000 horses in Korea, and Jeju has like about 15,000 of them.
Jeez. Here?
Yeah, in Jeju, 15,000 horses.
Is that a statistic you got today? Because I'm shocked.
Yeah, that is one I got today. Yeah.
Holy moly.
And so what's been going on is, have you ever had horse meat?
We should just keep going with this.
My probing questions. I love horse meat. I've had it a couple of times. I find it very delicious. Probably it's weird. It's very controversial, especially for people back home. Like, you can go to like an exotic food market.
Sure.
And they'll have like alligator and kangaroo in front of you, but the horse will be kept in the back where you have to ask for it because white people don't like eating horse. It's a thing. But which brings us to what's happening now. So the Jeju government has like this 5-year plan to revolutionize, to like, they always have these plans, these 5-year plans.
Exactly what I was thinking, Daryl. I was like, why is he bringing up yet another 5-year plan? At this point, I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
Second,
are we going to
5-year plan?
All right, hit me. Okay, so they're going to revolutionize. Okay, I started laughing at that part. Go ahead.
The horse industry on Jeju, right?
Okay.
And to do stuff with it to try to get more, like, for the local people and the economy, and diversify.
Okay.
Right? And this is the second 5-year plan they had for horses. The last one wasn't so successful. This one ends in 2023. And
so we got 2 years. You better get on it.
Part of the plan is to build a factory where they take the retired race horses and turn them into pet food.
Okay. Wow.
This is the plan that was recently announced because they've been working on it. They've had
jobs. Okay.
But I didn't realize how many horses they retire a year. It's like 1,500 horses.
Obscene, which is why I'm against horse racing. Like, if you want to do what you want to do, but people are like, no, it's humane. The people riding them love the horses. They take such good care of them. I'm like, yes, while they're winning. And then when they're not winning,
even not when they're winning, I would say, right?
Exactly. So wow.
They're going to turn, the plan is to make a pet, like a premium pet food factory on Jeju, where they take these 1,500 retired horses a year and like, thank you for entertaining us. Come this way.
Keep entertaining us.
Yeah, but for pets and animals and things like that.
Well, that's not shocking. Everyone out there that's a little bit surprised by this. Pet food in general has always had horse meat in it, unless you specifically go and you shop differently or you make your own pet food. So horse meat becoming pet food is not a shocker. It's just the fact that Jeju is like, well, they're creating jobs. I'm going to go with that. That's a very positive spin.
But somebody was like, the pet food industry has grown exponentially in Korea recently, right?
Absolutely, because people are honestly having pets now for the first time in all this time, like dogs are coming inside, not just chained up outside, and
so
but where's this supposed to be going? I'm super curious. Who's lucky neighborhood? That's all bad.
They didn't mention where it would be. It's because the pet food industry in Korea is like a 5 trillion won business right now, right? So and they're like,
well,
and they're like, not domestic. That's not domestic,
it's just
right?
import. I know.
And the people who are like have the jindos that are like parked at their farms, they're not going to be feeding they get the scraps from their meals. Exactly. These are going to be like the people in Seoul.
Not to be shitty, if they're fed at all. Sorry, I'm so negative about this. Well, I lived right outside a Denver is Denver, and then right outside of Denver, it was a big dog meat factory down one of the highways. And so about 2 miles out on a bad day, you'd be driving past, and you start to smell it.
Yeah.
And then you really smell it, and then you can smell it like maybe a kilometer, 2 miles again past it, and it's a smell.
Well, are you familiar with Jeju's history with like horse racing and issues with PETA and all that kind of stuff? Because this story, no, not at all. Okay, so this story,
I didn't know there was controversy.
The reason why it became big was because like there was like 9 local like humane rights, animal rights people that sent a letter saying, okay, don't do this. It's cruel and unusual. And the points they brought up was 1, don't kill the animals. It's abuse, especially after the abuse they came through. And 2, they're injected with some 200 like drugs and hormones as racehorses.
Sure. They're definitely not drug-free animals while they're racing. Yeah.
And some of those drugs are not fit for human consumption, and some of them are connected to illnesses in dogs.
Oh my!
So this is their arguments against it. It was actually it wasn't
well researched, or overly. It wasn't like an emotional argument. It was okay.
Yeah, and so, but it's interesting because like the first thing I came in touch with this was in 2019 and 2020 when Jeju and the Korean Horse Race Authority made headlines when PETA did like undercover investigations on Jeju, which is Korea's largest farm, like horse slaughter place. And it was amazing work. They pinpointed horses and they said, that one came from Australia and that one won these races or is related to this horse there because they have markings and things on them.
Sure, so of course.
They were identifying the different horses that were slaughtered on Jeju.
Oh my.
And this is disturbing. So everyone take a moment, be warned. 2 people were charged with illegally killing the horses because what they had done was killed the horses in front of each other, which is against the law in Korea.
Oh.
You're not allowed to do that.
Okay. So they put the horse down, but they did it in front of other horses.
Yeah, which is illegal because the horses have feelings and emotions and they're sentient beings.
They can recognize, yeah.
Yeah, so they got fined, I think, the 2 people got fined 5 million won each for the 2 people. Yeah.
I have this was just in
2020?
2020, so just last year.
Yeah, because but these horses had raced in the Kentucky Derby, had raced
they're being shipped here and then killed, or they're being killed and then shipped. No, sorry, this is really horrible.
Shipped to Jeju and then slaughtered at Jeju's horse slaughtering farm.
This is fascinating. Why wouldn't they just kill them in their own country? Okay.
Well, maybe because people get really upset there if you killed a Kentucky Derby horse.
Because Western country. Oh.
They're like thoroughbreds that come from and
Jesus.
They're just used here for meat, like at the restaurants and stuff.
Of course. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of, okay. Wow.
Is that too much? So much it froze.
So I'm really glad I threw that out there at the beginning. That is very unfortunate.
Yeah. So I'd like to, we'll see where this goes. It's just interesting to me that the people who come up with these 5-year plans were like, let's take the horses and turn them into pet food.
I mean, Jeju is in desperate need for jobs, for sure, and to provide local economy. So on one hand, like a plan that provides jobs and seems to have like a thing. On the other hand, what a job to have. Wow.
I am with you now more than I was before against horse racing. I never really thought about it, right? Yeah. Like it's just but based on what happened in California last year with all those racehorses dying.
Yep.
And
yep. Well, the horse track has been a long-standing fun activity for the foreigners to go to, because Koreans can't bet, but foreigners can. And then there's like a section for foreigners to sit in, and it's been a long-standing activity where everyone will be like, let's go to the horse race, this Saturday, and 30 foreigners will go hang out. So and I've just never. Yeah.
So one place that Koreans can bet, though. Koreans are allowed to gamble there.
Yes, in certain sections. It's real interesting. It's fascinating. It's a business. It's a serious business.
And as a foreigner, I was never allowed to sit with everyone else. You get ushered to this high box room.
Exactly. You foreigners have to stay, which is also, at first I heard like people are like, oh, we feel so special. And then you're like, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not special. Maybe we're just being shoved to the side. Yeah.
I only betted like Obegwan, like 500.
Oh, yeah.
I never, like the most bets I made was $1, like Chunan or Ochan. Like, it's not for me. No.
I like I'm not a huge gambler, but when I go, I enjoy like the fun of it, but I very rarely go to like a casino or something. But when I do, it's fun. And then the next day I'm like, well, damn, that was a whole waste of tequila money.